Swamiji also says in a very Acharyamana part. In that he says, saadhanam is kripa, saadhyam is the divine name, siddham is also the divine name. Acharyamana Vishayam. This is the purest form of the Bhagavata Dharma of our Sampradaya. Purest form. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam. And so here the purest form of Bhagavata Dharma as we are following it is, what is the sadhan? Nama sadham solidadinga. Chicho. Nama sadhanama irukattum. The real sadhanam is not the nama which I am chanting. It is the kripa which he showered on me which makes me actually chant it. So sadhanam in its purest form is kripa. And how did that kripa express itself as sadhan? By me chanting the divine name. And what is the saadhyam? Divine name. And what is the siddham? That which is always there, which we call Brahmam Brahmamna, the divine name. This is the Bhagavata Dharma. This is the Nama Margam. This is the path shown by Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada, Bodhendra Swamiji, our Sri Anna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and now our Sri Guruji also is showing the same path. And he is giving us step by step. Whenever there is a ladder, whenever there is a step by step approach, Swamiji always releases this Madhuram Geetam in form of Karahara Priya. And this is a lovely song of what is sadhanam, first stanza. What is saadhyam, second stanza. What is siddham, third stanza. Kelunga. Philosophy of Nama.
Ulagam இல்லாமல் உயிர்கள் உண்டோ, உயிர்கள் இல்லாமல் மனிதன் உண்டோ, மனிதன் இல்லாமல் முக்தி உண்டோ, உன்னருளின்றி உலகம் உண்டோ.
As per our Upanishads, as per our Srimad Bhagavatam, after Bhagavan created all the other life forms, he was not very happy. And he had to create all the other life forms to support one life form. There are totally 8.4 million life forms as per our Shastras, 80 laksham, lakh chaurasi. All these life forms are there to support only one life form. You see, basically. What is it now? Humans. Bhagavanukku, once he created the human, only then the Hiranyagarbha felt very happy because he decided it is he. Now, he was very happy because the human was created. You know, humans can cook the food, add a little spices, salt, and tasty than dog kalam panna mudiyuma, elephants ala panna mudiyuma. Humans only can make varieties of sambar, varieties of rasam, varieties of side dish, North India, South India, Mexican, and each of them they can actually put all the 40,000 taste buds to work. Where in the species only humans can create varieties of scents. Dog alapanamudima, pig alapanamudima, elephant, they have varieties of scents. And sweet smelling, offensive smelling to some, but extremely happy smelling to somebody. It's only humans who can actually attain liberation by being in this body and finishing off the karma. None of the other life forms can do it. So the entire creation was created finally, and everything was finally leading to its grandest of all creation called human creation. And it is the human who can actually liberate himself. அதனால தான் அழகா இங்க எழுதியிருக்காரு. இதெல்லாம் சாஸ்திரம்.
முக்தியடைய நாமமின்றி வேறுண்டோ, உன்னருளின்றி நாவில் நாமமும் வருமோ, நாமம் வந்தாலும் அதன் சுவை தெரியுமோ, நாமமும் நாமியும் ஒன்றே என்றறிவரோ, உன்னருளின்றி உலகமுண்டோ.
Jikvam labdvapi yaha Krishnam kirtaniyam na kirtayet. I have given you tongue and I have ensured that you know there is something called Krishna Nama. In spite of it, labdvapi moksha nisrenim. The royal path to moksha is Krishna Nama Kirtanam. Sa na arohati durmatihi. Apo, though people know it is the path, to get the faith in the path, to understand that this path will certainly take me to moksha, and to actually develop a little taste in the path, ellarkum varaliye. And our shastras call them durmatihi. So some go in the path, some don't go in the path. Na? It is not because of karma, it is because of kripa. Karma is what you eat, what you sleep, what you speak with, where you live, all that. Nama solradhu kripa, karma kadayadu. Our Bhadrachala Ramadasa Garu sings that, hey Rama, your name is so tasty for me. That what amount of taste and relish it has, your lovely divine name. O Ramani Namam Yemi Ruchira, Yemi Ruchira, Rama Yanta Ruchira. O Ramani Namam Yemi Ruchira. One of our speakers in our satsang very beautifully interprets. Everybody is saying the same line. Bhakta says, Yemi Ruchira. Laukika says, Yemi Ruchira. Yenada taste adhilandra, yenna taste adhilane va solra. So here, Namam Vantalu Adhan Suvai Teri Yumo. Once Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar was told by a devotee that I am chanting the names. Are you chanting? He says, yes. And he says, when I am chanting Bhagavan, what happens? My mind is going here and there. And our Yogi Ram Suma patted him and said, very well, very good, very good. He says, why you are saying very good? At least your tongue is not going here and there. Na? Adu varaiku sandosham. Vaakunala anganga alayam vechindrukom illaya. We are actually protecting 33% of our being. Mano vaak kayathla. When we are chanting, obviously we won't do stupid things at all. So 66%, double it to a second. Let's see. Only mind is not there, it will come, don't worry. But this itself is kripa, realize it. So our Swamiji used to say, if we were not chanting mechanically, we would have spoken some gossip, we would have talked about unnecessary things, we would have added to the burden of already the great vasana. So when we are chanting, even if the heart is not involved in the current state, be grateful for the tongue to be involved in it. And then you can pray, na? Krishna, Guru Maharaj, let me also have this Nama Ruchi. Even if we are chanting the divine name in our lips, the moment we realize it is not my sadhana, a door opens for us to grow in it, which is to be fit to get Nama Ruchi. The moment we think Nama is a sadhana, sadhana eppadi ruchikum solunga. Cooking is not tasty, eating is only tasty. So the moment you make Nama as a sadhana, ruchiye varad. But the moment you look at sadhana, Nama as kripa manifested in my tongue, abdina, then we understand when kripa can bring Nama to my tongue, why can't it go and touch the heart? So we pray to Guru Maharaj, Kripalu, because of your kripa, my tongue is chanting the divine name. And Bhagavan, Thanaga, let that divine name on its own accord by your kripa, let it also start becoming sweet in my heart. Abdina prayer. Why? Because I don't look at Nama as a sadhana. I am not ready to trade that Nama for anything. I realize that it is the kripa which is the sadhana, and I did nothing to get that kripa. It is because of the kripa that I am chanting, and now I am asking the same kripa to, graduate me. Not because I pray you will do it. Out of your own independent kripa, you are going to do it. But that is my swarupam, that I will keep crying. But I know very well, you are a swatantra, you are an independent person. Swachanda gatir Ishwaraha. Just because I cry, you don't have to come. Yet you come now out of your infinite kripa. You see? And that is the bhava of bhakti. That is the bhava of humility. Adudan trinadapi sunichana we are going to see. So here he is saying, Namamum namiyum vondre endradi. Will even Kripa will make us chant the divine name. At that point of time, we have to cooperate with the Kripa by acknowledging it is Kripa. Avadadan cooperation. When we cooperate, the same Kripa, if we pray, and not because we pray, when we pray, will on its own accord give us the taste also. And the taste is like Mudalla Sadhana Bhakti, progress in sadhana, and then we get the taste of the sadhana bhakti, and then it becomes bhava bhakti. In that state, Namatudaya bhava bhakti, what happens is we get the knowledge that Nama and Nami are no different. Bhagavan has reposed his strength. Oh, Krishnan na ore Krishnan, Namam na Sahasranamam. You see, Krishna ye namaha Kamalanata ye namaha Yashoda Vatsalaya Avlo Nama. And one Krishna's power is there in each of these names. So one Krishna pakrom, Hare Rama sonna 16 Krishna's power namak. You see, na or namathukku and power. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shakti. So here, all this divine name is the great fortune, Kripa of Bhagavan. So he gave it to everybody. And our Mahaprabhu is doing Naichyanusandhanam by saying that even though you put all your power and potencies in the divine names, and you also made it very simple, because niyamita smaranena kalaha, no niyamam, no kalam at all, anytime, anyway, by anybody you can chant. Even though you bestow so much kripa on patitas like us, but what to do? We are very unfortunate. So we are not able to get the ruchi for chanting and the taste varaliye, though we are chanting. Abdina our namaka, he is praying. This is how you pray, na? And then the kripa will expand. Why? Because when we become more and more humble, the Kripa's journey becomes more and more easy to fill our hearts. You see? And so he is saying, Namam vantalu adhan suvaide Makari Bahuda. That's an explanation. That even if we chant the divine name in the tip of our tongue, to get the taste, ruchi, to get the sweetness of the divine name, Kripa. Kripa is taking us across. And then the Kripa will also show Namam Nami Rendu onne. That is saadhyam. Understood? A mother who is very much expert in cooking, when she is mixing a little rice, some boiled apple, and then a little salt and feeding the child in vechkongle, though she is capable of feeding shalyana shadrasa bhojanam to the child is not ready. Child is not ready. If the child cooperates with the mother and eats properly, in 2-3 years, nalla vaga vagaya podum. Patta kolambu, suttappalam, aprom elimchambazham rasam, you see, fresh ah panni lambi podum. You see, mother wants to do that, but the child is not ready. So Kripa wants to show everything to us. Number ready aganum illaya. So Kripave ta namra feed panni valathu, and when we are ready and mature, slowly it will give us the taste, and then slowly it show itself that I am no different from Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So what we need to do is, instead of taking ownership, na Kripa kuncham kashtapadum. If the child keeps on shutting the lips and saying na, avladhan illaya, forever in the Mariana or mashed rice than saapidnom. But if it cooperates with the mother, then the mother is ready to make varieties for the child and feed the child. Mother wants it, child wants it, but the child is not ready. Like that, if we cooperate with the divine grace by just acknowledging the fact, the truth that it is the divine grace which makes me chant, the grace grows and then gives us the taste for the divine name. and then shows itself as indifferent from the lovely form of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And such is the beauty of Kripa. So everything happens by un Kripai illamal. So first is saadhanam, second is saadhyam, இப்போ சித்தம் சொல்ல போறாரு பாருங்க.
நாமமே இறைவனும் நாமமே உலகமும் நாமமே உயிர்களும் நாமமே தேவரும் நாமமே சகலமும் நாமமே அகிலமும் நாமமே பிரளயமும் நாமமே பிரம்மமும் உன்னருளின்றி உலகமுண்டோ.
Nama is Bhagavan, Nama is the world. இது உபனிஷத் சாரம் அப்படியே எடுத்து கொடுத்துட்டார். In the Upanishad it is said that all these things which you see is all like yata saumya ekena mritpindena sarvam mrinmayam vijnatam syad vacharambanam vikaro namadeyam mritiketi eva satyam. That when it is in the state of the cause, நாமும் தனியா இருக்கான். When it has to create out of kripa so that we all get to mokshana, the same nama is the world. World is only name and form, na? All the forms can be put in the name. Name is superior to form also. And so the entire world is namame ulagamum abdinta. Ulagamum adha. And namame uyirgalum. All that which exists around are all names only. அதே நாமம் தான், கிருஷ்ண நாமம் தான் எல்லாமே இருக்கு. And all the names are the devas also. தேவாஸ்லாம் சத்தியமா அந்த பெயர் தானா. அவர் பாகவதம் says iti மூர்த்தி அபிதானேன மந்திரமூர்த்திம் அமூர்த்திகம் யஜதே யஜ்ஞ புருஷம் ச சம்யக் தர்ஷனஃ புமானே. Narada is telling Vyasa Bhagavan that all these devas are mantramurtim amurtikam tar. The mantram தான் பா மூர்த்தி. மந்திரம்னா நாம் தானே. It's the name which is the murti. There is nothing else apart from the name for those devas enter. அதனால சுவாமிஜி அழகா அந்த பாகவத சாரத்தை சொல்றார். நாமமே தேவரும் நாமமே சகலமும். நாமா இஸ் எவ்ரிதிங். அந்தா ராமமயம் ஈ ஜகத்னு பாடினார் இல்லையா அவர். பத்ராச்சல ராமதாச காரு had this experience. அந்தா ராமமயம். He saw everything as Ram. He saw everything as Ram Nam. Yeah, and our Kabir Das also saw everything as Ram Nam only. Andar Rama, Bahar Rama, Jahan Dekho, Jahan Purne Kamala, Ram Nam. And now Kabir Dasar was a Rama Nama Nishta, more than a Rupa Nishta Kadayadavar, Nama Nishta. And so he saw everything as Ram. You see? So Nama me Sakalamum, Nama me Akilamum. Sakalam na Vyakti, Akilam na Kala, Desa, Vyakti, Ella Akila. It's all the divine name. Nama me pralayamum. எல்லாம் கடைசியா எங்க போய் ஒடுங்கிறதுனா நாமத்துல போய் ஒடுங்கலாம். And நாமமே பிரம்மமும். மிச்சம் என்ன பண்றதுன்னா நாம மிச்சப்படுறது நித்தியமா இருக்கிறதுனால. அவர் ஸ்ரீ ஸ்ரீ அண்ணா சேஸ்னா that this divine name itself is தத் சத்யம் சுகம் அத்வைத்தம் கிருஷ்ண நாமைவ மேகதிஹி. அப்படிப்பட்ட நாமம்னா இவ்வளவு பெருசு. And that divine name is somehow found its place in the tip of our tongue. We are actually holding the highest truth in form of the divine name, isn't it? That is the beauty of the divine name which we are singing.
உன்னருளின்றி உலகமுண்டோ உலகமில்லாமல் உயிர்களுண்டோ உயிர்களில்லாமல் மனிதனுண்டோ மனிதனில்லாமல் முக்தி உண்டோ உன்னருளின்றி இறைவனும் நாமமே உலகமும் நாமமே உயிர்களும் நாமமே தேவரும் நாமமே சகல